Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim. Your brother brothers are Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, when they give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, Brakatam, blessings unto the hopeful and sincere elect. Yeah, the turn up, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai turning up. And these devils, man, they're about to meet their maker, man. These so-called white people, these Europeans, these so biblically known as the Edomites, are gonna lose their kingdom, and they're gonna go into something called slavery, man, captivity under the ones that they've been oppressing, being you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are, of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and a man named Jacob. And I got a picture here, just to quickly go into it, because I got this still from actually Elder Yeshawamba's page from GMS Dallas camp, and earlier on, and he basically had this image up on his YouTube feed, and it's an illustration of basically two witches, that's part of the elite cabal known as the 1%, those banking families. Well, the lady on your left, her name is Felipe de Rothschild. Yeah, her name is Felipe de Rothschild, and if you can see on her neck, she's wearing the emblem of basically Baphomet, and that's the picture that Elder Yeshawamba had on his YouTube feed, illustrating that she's a straight up witch, man. And then you had the former founder of the IMF on the right hand side. Her name is what's her name? Christine Lagarde, and she's currently head of founder of a European central bank right now. She's not even the head of IMF no more. They got some other chick in there at the moment, some other Edomite devil. But yeah, man, this is just to go to shows you that these devils, man, they truly come in the power of Satan, man. That's who they worship on the left hand side, man. Because why is she wearing a chain with a damn emblem of a symbolism of or symbol of Baphomet around her neck, man? Because that's who they worship, the devil, man. Especially these androgynous demons, man. And that's the power that they come in. It tells you in 2 Thessalonians, man, they come in the power of Satan. All types of lying wonders, and there's other pictures. I just got two other pictures. There's another picture here, and she got another, demonic symbol on her chain, which is, the pyramid with the all-seeing eye on it. You can't really see it that clear, but you can see it's a straight up triangle, man, and I'm sure it's got the all-seeing eye in there somewhere, But this is the symbols and the esoteric knowledge that these devils want to push, the vibration of wickedness and Satanism on the earth. Because these two witches right here, which is the same woman, Lagarde on the left hand side this time, they're down for the agenda, man. They're down for the NWO agenda, just like the males are, man. They're top witches, and the men are top warlocks, man. And she's from the top banking, one of the top banking families of the earth, the Rothschild dynasty, man. So, she's definitely down for the cause. And she's got another emblem here and another chain. It looks like the fleur de lis, And that's straight up witchcraft, man. All these symbols and all that is straight up witchcraft emblems, proven, and talismans as well, showing that she's down for the cause, man. She's down for the agenda. She's part of the secret society, so to speak. It's not so secret anymore. But the Lord said He's going to destroy the work of the council of the work, destroy the council of the workers, man. So lucky, I'm going to get the precept in a minute. But the Lord's going to destroy the council of the wicked. Let me put it that way, man. That work iniquity. The Lord's going to destroy them, man. Because even though they're fighting tooth and nail, salivating for this new world order, they're only going to get so far before the Lord pulls the plug on them, man. And they're fighting a lose-lose situation at the end of the day. All they're doing is fulfilling prophecy on the left-hand side, man. So Esau might think that, this new world order, when he seals the deal with the MOT to the B, he's going to continue to rule forever. That's their inward thought. But the Lord's got other plans for you. It's called captivity. It's called slavery. It's called reaping what you sow. And you sow nothing but iniquity on the earth, So whether you're male or female and you're part of those dynasties, man, you're going into slavery, man. The Lord's not a respecter of persons, man. And these devils have done hella crimes that they got to pay for, man. Especially the Rothschild family, man. You know, they got generational wealth that goes back, before slavery and before slavery, man. You know. But anyway, I want to read one or two precepts and then close out. And then also, you had even Maya Anshel Bauer, because that's the original name, Bowers. The founder of the Rothschild family, Maya Anshel Bauer. His wife, yeah, which was another witch that knew about the cause, knew about the agenda from all the way back then, from like 1800s. She said that she made a quote, you know, saying that basically regarding World War, she was like saying, if I can roughly paraphrase, that if my sons didn't want war to happen in the world, it wouldn't happen. She was talking about her 5 sons, which, Maya Michelle Bauer, sent forth throughout the world, to start the banking systems and all that, Germany, France, UK, so on and so forth. And she said, if my sons didn't want war to happen, it wouldn't happen. Meaning what? That all wars are bankers' wars, man. And they're the main ones that, benefit from any type of war or conflict. It's the bankers, man. It goes back to them. It's just a cycle. All the money cycles back to them, man. So these devils got hella things to pay for, man. They got hella judgment coming towards them, man. That's why there's 1,000 years of hardcore slavery for these devils. And even those devils in the back, they're going into slavery too, man. That's in this picture, man. All you devils are going to get enslaved, man. Whether you make it on this side or you're born in the kingdom of heaven. Because a lot of these devils are going to be hiding in their bunkers. And even if they're as old and decrepit as they look now, they're still going to get chains slapped on their asses, man. All kinfolk of the Rothschild, all these banking families, they're all going into slavery. So they got something to look forward to. We definitely got something to look forward to. Anyway, it's lucky I'm mixing up my words, but let me just go straight to the scriptures. Them spirits are active out here. There's Ephesians 6:12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." Yeah, we're not wrestling against flesh and blood. We're wrestling against entities of the spiritual realm, man. That possess people on the left-hand side. Namely, spiritual demon works through the seed, the physical counterpart of the so-called white man, biblically known as the Edomites, man. That's that direct channel, man, from Satan to the seed of the wicked that's ruling on the earth right now. They got a direct channel to, the spiritual demon Satan to do his bidding on the earth. And that's what the Lord made him to do, to be the wicked on the earth. So if we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, it's talking about them demons, against powers. It says, the hierarchy of demons. It says, and against the rulers of darkness of this world. And who's the rulers of the darkness of this world? The Rothschild family. And they're just one of the banking families, to name but a few. But they're the rulers of darkness of this world right now. This is their time to rule, and it's coming to its latter end. It says, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, it's lucky. And that's why that demon was wearing the emblem of Baphomet around her neck, or she's wearing some kind of sun symbolized necklace or chain and all that, because they're pushing that wicked spirituality on the left hand side, man. Spiritual wickedness in high places. This is who they renovate. This is who they want to. This is the spirit of Satan that they're pushing throughout the whole earth. And namely, it's because they want to bewitch the people, man. But it don't matter how many spells they cast upon the people, they're still gonna lose in the end. They're fighting a lose-lose situation, man. But men of the Lord that is wise and hip, not ignorant of Satan's devices, we know what these devils are doing behind closed doors, and we know why they, throw up certain hand gestures and signs, and they wear certain, symbols and so on and so forth, because they're coming in the spirit of Satan, man, of who they worship. But we have Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the right hand's stronger than the left, and all those principalities, they bow down to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They take orders from the Lord. So, as I said, they're fighting a lose-lose situation, man. It don't matter how many seances and how many rituals these devils do to try and accomplish their new world order. When the Lord, pulls the plug, all them demons are going to jump ship, man. they're gonna jump ship, and Esau's gonna be left bare, man. And them divinations and all that's not gonna be able to save them, because them demons are not gonna answer. They're not gonna give him any more answers. You know, well, the answers that they was wishing for anyway, because it's gonna be their latter end. You know, it's gonna be the end of Esau, Edom, and the beginning of Jacob that followeth. It's Isaiah 47. I'll just straight to the point. Let's start from verse 8. I'll start from verse 7. It says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart." Laid what to heart? That you was gonna meet your doom, meet your latter end, man. By way of Yahushua and the holy angels and those nuclear missiles, man. It says, "Neither didst remember the latter end of it." It says, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given unto pleasures and dwellest that dwellest carelessly." It says, "That sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall sit as the widow, neither shall I know the loss of children." So these devils is bragging and boasting like their shit don't stink, and they're just gonna constantly be living off the backs of the true people of the Lord, the true chosen ones, which is the nation of Israel, and they're just gonna keep flourishing and pass this substance on to their babes. But the Lord's got other plans for these devils, man. And the Lord said, if their children be multiplied, it's for the sword, man. So that's the times that we're coming into. You know, it says, "But these two things shall come into thee at a moment in one day, the loss of children and widowhood." So you're going to start feeling them curses, man. The curses are going to be lifted off of the children of Israel and be passed on to your nations, man. Starting with Esau, Edom. It says, "And widowhood," and says, "They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries." So all that witchcraft you devils have been doing from the beginning of your rule is going to come back to bite you in the ass, man. And it says, "For great abundance and for the great abundance of thine enchantments." Yeah, see, that's why the America's known as the mistress of whoredoms, man, or the mistress of witchcrafts. You know, because that's what they practice over there in America. Nothing but pure sorceries and enchantments, man, to bewitch the people to fall into their traps and snares. You know, as you can see right now with this whole NWO agenda, man. You know, it says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me." But the Lord sees you, man, and we see you too, because we're coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So that's that pride talking, man. But pride goeth before destruction, and a great fool. It says, "Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee." Yeah, because you used it to, personify wickedness throughout the earth. The knowledge and wisdom that the Lord gave you, you used it to, push wickedness, wicked vibration throughout the earth, Satanism and all that, man. And you destroy the mindsets and corrupted the people and the animals, that even the air we breathe, man. You've corrupted the whole earth, man. So the Lord's gonna destroy you devils, man, starting from you losing your kingdom. It says, "And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me." So you're bragging and boasting against the heavenly Father. It says, "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth." It says, "A mischief shall fall upon thee." It says, "Thou shalt not be able to put it off." Yeah, so all the divinations and all that you're doing, it's not going to be able to deliver you in the time of Esau's trouble. The scriptures talk about Jacob's trouble, but Esau's trouble is coming too. It says, "Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly." Yeah, which thou shalt not know. Yeah, when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction. We're in that time right now. That's why the Lord said he's coming as a thief in the night. And these devils know that they're running out of time. That's why they're fast tracking this NWO right now, and they're gonna fast track the MOT to the B. It says verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries. This is wherein thou hast labored from thy youth." Yeah, because that's where your power comes from, on the left hand side, through the spiritual demon Satan. That's why you're the greatest deceiver on the face of the earth. It says, which ultimately means you're the devil, because that's what the word that's what the word devil means, a great deceiver. It says, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. But you're not going to prevail. It says, "Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels, let now thy astrologers and stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things which shall come upon thee. See, so they're not going to be able to deliver you from the hour of your judgment, man. You know, which the Lord says it's going to take an hour for this whole bitch to burn anyway. So you devils are through on all levels, man. And that's only the beginning of your sorrows. You know, that's only the beginning, man. Because after after the smoke is cleared, and we gather you devils from wherever you're hiding in your bunkers or your skies, you know, your mountain retreats, wherever in the earth or above the earth, you're going into slavery. There's no escape for you devils, man. As I said, it's a lose-lose situation, man. If you're an Edomite trying to fight against the Lord, there's a quote out, you know, basically the name of the whole sit down, which I got the quote from here. It says Isaiah 19:3. It says, and the spirit of Egypt, which is America's modern day Egypt today, shall fail in the midst thereof by way of what? The nuclear missiles. It says, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. So the Lord's going to destroy the counsel of these devils, man. You know, He's going to destroy the counsel of the wicked. And says, and they shall seek to their idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And that's who these people are, man. They're a bunch of wizards and warlocks, man. As you can plainly see with all the emblems that she's wearing on her chain, and even the ring that she's got there. You know, because they're pushing that wicked vibration upon the earth to cast spells upon people, man. But they're still they're going to drink of that cup. There's not going to be no red wine they're going to be drinking either. They're going to drink of that cup of slavery very soon, man. Her and her kinfolk, man, or from, you know, all the men, the children, any of them Edomites, all of them, they're going into slavery, man, straight up. They're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna get a day's rest other than the day of the Sabbath in the kingdom of heaven, man. They're gonna be catching untimely hell, man, like never before in history. They're gonna know what being oppressed is all about, man, because they never worked a day's hard labor ever in their lives, man. They've been born with silver and gold spoons, majority of these dynasty families, so they're going to know what hard work's all about in the kingdom, man. Hard work and dedication. So anyway, last precept I think I'm going to read and close out is Isaiah 14. Verse 4 says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, which is America, aka modern day Egypt, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. Yeah, because America's going to be made a laughing stock, man, after the Lord's done with that place, man. He's going to totally obliterate it with the nuclear missiles, and that place is going to be every nation's going to be astonished at the destruction, man, and everyone's going to realize that America, or the so-called white man's power or tyrannical rule over the whole earth is over with, man. It's time for some new rulers to come in. The true rulers, being you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. The first fruits, man, they're coming to take over this place with the Lord. It says the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked, yes, and you ain't going to be able to do any more mass magician, you know, seances and so on and so forth, casting spells on the people. You ain't going to be able to do that because the Lord said he's broken the staff of the wicked. He's broken your power, man. He's relinquished you of your power of deceit and the blessing of the sword. It says, and the scepter of the rulers. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continued stroke. Yeah, that's why you got the banking families eating and living good, you know, sumptuously, as it says, talks about the rich man, you know, in the book of Luke, you know, because they continually hit the people with a continuous stroke, and it's the real ones that they smote is the children of Israel, man. So they got to pay for that. It says he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. So even the other nations, they ain't gonna come to your aid. You know, they want your asses in to be you know, they want a piece of your ass too, in one way or the other, man. They want some sort of revenge on you Edomites, man. The Japanese and so on and so forth, Chinese and all of that. You know, people ain't forgotten what you did to them in history or throughout history, man. So even these other nations, they gonna hiss at you, man. They gonna hate you too, but we gonna hate you more. Verse 7, it says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So when this devil's taken down, that's when the earth's going to be at rest, man. That's when everything's going to be more harmonious, man. Peace is really going to dwell throughout the earth because the devil's going to be taken down. And we ain't going to, there ain't going to be no wars no more. No more world wars and none of that. You know, that's all going to be done away with. It says, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth it have raised up from their thrones, all the kings of the nations. It says, and all they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, because everyone's going to realize that you cave monkeys are not really the real bosses of the earth, man. You're just a bunch of stray dogs on the loose that the Lord gave a little bit of power to, and you ran wild with it, man. You know, you lost your heads, man. You were very proud and pomp. It says that pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. It says the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So you're finished, man. This is the point here, verse 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Now these devils will try and say that they worship Lucifer, but really Lucifer's talking about them, starting from the banking elite families, man, because the word Lucifer goes into the, you know, the word enlightened ones, the holders of the light. So the Luciferians are really talking about, you know, Felipe de Rothschild and their family members, man. The 1%. They're the Luciferians, and they worship the spiritual demon Satan on the left-hand side. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? So you're going to meet your doom, man. Your doom and gloom is definitely on the loom. It's on the rise, man. It says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations, man? And ain't the IMF known for weakening the nations, man? You know, IMF's greatly world renowned, known for weakening nations, man. Look what happened to Haiti and all them different islands, man. You know, through the IMF, dealing with the IMF, they're still eating mud cakes to this day, man. Dealing with them devils, man. So they got hell to pay, man. They weaken the nations. They weaken the nation of Israel. So they got hell to pay. The Lord said he requireth that which is past. So if thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and that's Esau, you know, he has a God complex. It says, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's what Esau's struggling with, man. He doesn't realize that he's just a mere mortal. He's just a cave-dwelling monkey that the Lord set up for a little short space of time, but he's going to, you know, relinquish that power, man, and show you that you're nothing but the basis of men. You're nothing close to the Most High or his son, and they don't look nothing like you devils, man, because you suffer from a skin disorder called leprosy, you know, recessive genes and all of that. So you're not on the Most High or his son's level, or you know, on any level, man. Nowhere close. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell. Yeah, you're going to be brought down to the grave, man. You're going to be brought down low. You're going to be brought down to where you belong, being the basis of men, the lowest of the low. It says to the sides of the pit. And that's going to be your new house, and your new dwelling. The pits, man. You know. And as the scripture says, our hearts going to meditate terror, man. We're going to think of new forms of ways of torturing you devils, man. While you're even in them pits. You're going to have all kind of creepy crawlies in there to keep you entertained, man. Serpents and all of that, chopping your asses up, you know. So you ain't really going to have no rest, man, because the Lord is going to make sure you devils serve your sentence, man. 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. So there's no escape for you devils, man. So all the seances and all of that shit, it's coming to its latter end. So anyway, with that, I want to close out. I think I stressed the point on more than enough, but give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Hopefully, bros, is edified until next time. I can say shalom.